Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. A great article here from Phone Arena. I will leave a link to it in the description, so you guys may check it out. So for those of you who saw the video yesterday, I made it very clear in my opinion, that Verizon was going to have the best absolute network across the nation once they are done building the next generation of networking. Right? They're well on their way of completing it. They have about another 10 or 20% to go, which is still a lot. But it is believed they can finish that inside of next year, and maybe a few sites that they'll have to complete in the beginning of 2026. But eventually they want to get to 80 to 90% of their sites with C-band. Now, the title of this video, T-Mobile versus Verizon, plan, prices, phones, and network coverage. So once this Frontier deal closes, T-Mobile is going to be in a world of hurt. They're gonna face even bigger troubles, and you better believe that Verizon is going to use convergence to their advantage. Never mind what they talk about publicly. They're going to use convergence. Let's just leave it at that. They're going to converge the customer. They're going to do it. They're doing it semi-aggressively right now in the Fios areas. If they bring that same energy to the Frontier markets, they're going to grow the wireless share. Don't know to what extent just yet, but they're going to grow. And it's going to be even tougher for T-Mobile to offer something similar because FWA is not at a huge scale and they don't have fiber yet to where Verizon will have fiber once they close this Frontier deal. So from a plan, pricing, phone, network coverage perspective, I wanted to speak on that because that could be, a little bit of trouble for T-Mobile as well. So T-Mobile used to be like significantly cheaper. We're talking about hundreds of dollars cheaper for like multiple lines. Now, fast forward to today, that's not the case anymore. You can still get, depending on the plan, you can still get about a 20% discount, but it's not much anymore. In most cases, it's $20-$30, maybe just a tad bit more if you include the taxes and fees. But again, you have to be on a plan that has taxes and fees included, which is their most expensive plan. So now, not much setting themselves apart anymore in regards to T-Mobile versus Verizon. So most average consumers, they really don't buy wireless based on coverage, right? And let me explain that a little bit further. As long as it works where they're at, 9 times out of 10, they're okay, right? A lot of people don't buy wireless based on if this carrier has coverage in Nebraska or not, if that makes sense, right? Unless they travel there, they have business there, they have, vacation homes there, then of course it matters, but that's a small percentage. So I think now moving forward, it's going to depend on brand. It's going to depend on the marketing and the go-to market message. And does it resonate with the consumer? That's what I think it's going to depend on moving forward. The pricing, it's a give or take. It still helps T-Mobile grow today. But if the consumer finds that the network doesn't meet their needs, they're going to be like, I can pay this extra $20 or so to be on Verizon. That's what it'll come down to. So the coverage part, T-Mobile is fixing that little by little. Each year they'll get better and better and better at it. Now they got Starlink. We'll see what happens with that. So T-Mobile is, from that perspective, they're getting better. But as they get better and as they grow into that, they have to start charging more money already. The margins have to get better. So the consumer is not necessarily flocking to T-Mobile as they once did. Yes, they're still growing, but it's not like 2.1 million or 1.9 million that they grew early on in the Un-carrier days. That has slowed down. And now that T-Mobile has the total amount of subs that they do on the base, right, they have to figure out that balance. We need to make the margins, but we also need to grow. So they have to figure out that balance. And so far, they've been successful at it. As I said in the video yesterday, the Verizon video, T-Mobile is going to continue to be successful for their needs. They're going to continue to reach the numbers that they guided. That's what they're going to do. They're going to have to structure the company in a way to continue to hit those targets. Verizon is more focused on margins. So if they grow or not, their financials have been strong, right? In the quarters where they've grown negatively, they've increased their margins to some percentage. And now that they're looking for a little bit of volume, they're also still doing pricing adjustments to still grow the margins. So that's what Verizon is focused on. And that will only get better with the Frontier deal because they'll have more fiber assets with higher ARPU at scale, right? They're not going to sell fiber for 10, 20 bucks. They're going to sell this for a higher amount, right? We're talking 70, 60, 80, 90. So that's a higher ARPU right off the bat. Even at the lowest tier, you're still going to charge a good amount. So it's going to get interesting. Like I said, T-Mobile is going to be in the world of hurt once this Frontier deal closes, and they know it. They really know it. From a network perspective, Verizon gains additional offloading with this. They gain additional fiber to the cell. It's just something that T-Mobile would have liked. T-Mobile would have liked the Frontier. I'll be very honest. They haven't disclosed publicly, but they would have liked a similar deal like that. AT&T would have too, but Verizon struck first. So comparing the two, it's closer than ever before between the two. Plan, pricing, network, everything. Network, Verizon's still ahead a bit, but we'll see what happens. We'll definitely be tuned in. The next few years are going to get interesting. But like I said, be on the lookout for T-Mobile to make reactionary changes. They have to react now. They're being competed against effectively. Right before, when Verizon and AT&T made moves, it really didn't affect T-Mobile much. But now that T-Mobile is a bigger company chasing margins as well and still trying to grow, these moves affect T-Mobile as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.